Hello, Bonnie Duncan from my Telegram group. Um, of course, we'll be glad to. Okay, yes, I would love a live reading. Of course, Bonnie Duncan, we will give you a live reading. Accessing Bonnie Duncan now. Access complete. Now begin to relay. Okay, Bonnie Duncan, here's your live reading. As okay, what is going on in your life? You have definitely okay, let me go ahead and map out your energy first, then I go there from there, okay? Your basically your energy color is very violet, violet green. And and you have a lot of knife on your right shoulder, and I'll explain what everything means, and then there's some grease. There's another thing I'm going to touch on, but it is other thing too in relation to hope and health. You're a person basically trying to have a conscious viewpoint, how you see the universe and yourself in it, and you definitely appreciate what nature, what this universe has to offer in relationship to um, peace of mind, learning spiritual thing, learning about nature. You're a very open-hearted person. That means you don't try to judge anyone, don't to take side. You're always trying to stay in a peaceful, grounding aspect of your life, and you try to put that out into your world to other people too. But unfortunately, you run into health predicament. Health meaning that you have health challenges. This come to the fact that there's people that you have a relationship who trying to control you, trying to dominate you. So there is a feel of betrayal in this relationship, and if you feel that you cannot breathe, they don't give you value, they don't take your side, a lot of time, and therefore you feel you want to shut down for them because you're a person who loves to share things. But unfortunately, every time you share your point of view, there is this but the opposite effect happen because the people that in the male character in your side always trying to put their own viewpoint that is so dominating and so can be one-sided point of view, but they write in their own way. But from your world, from your heart point of view, it's always too strong or too much, and therefore it stresses you out and can lead you to basically feel like your energy is being drained because it's too strong. So therefore, you cannot stand the information and the experience they put out because it's too strong for your heart. It's too strong for your mind. You because you're a sensitive individual in relation to energy and to circumstance. You're very empathetical and very just emotionally sensitive, and therefore wrong or right to you doesn't matter in your world. It's about being consideration, and you like to mingle with being who is more consideration stronger than wrong and right personality, because to you wrong and right it always changes from culture to culture, from people to people, because everyone had different tolerance and limits, and therefore you perceive the world. Let's just give credit due, because everyone is not at the same level. Therefore people will have a polarity of wrong and right does not go well with your world, because your world is more consideration, because being considerate is more important to you. And by being considerate, everyone grow in their own pace, everyone have their own challenges. You realize that an individual respect, but the wrong or right is more like, oh, this is wrong, this is right. It's just perception trying to impose on the individuality that you don't agree with, because you're more like let things be, let things flow, see where it lead. Because peace, love is what it matters, because as nature loves us, we also need to take that lesson and value each other, because life is important, life is amazing, and therefore that's why you've been battling with all the time, and Bonnie, and what's going on. That's why you felt many times that the male aspect side of your relationship is very too strong, because not saying they're wrong. They are right in their own way, but it's just too strong the way they come forth with it, and it's more like a no empathetical point of view, and that's where you disagree. Think everything is not just black and white, and that's why you're trying to make a point. Everything has only God is perfect, and everyone else we all make mistakes. So by having that, so you have this indifferent. That's why it stress you out sometimes when you have to talk to your significant other, and even personal. It's mostly related to the father figure and the male figure, because you feel all the male figure in your life always trying to control you and dominate you, and they say they're gonna they're on your side, but their action, their words sometimes is not on your side. It's more like, oh, I'm right, you're wrong, and that kind of really shut you off, because for you don't give into too much political debate in relationship. You wish you give to more the health aspect, more like a nurturing parent more, and that's why you seek in every man that come into your world, come into your reality. You seek a parental father figure nurturing, but instead of getting that, you get more dominating from men as they're trying to dominate and control your viewpoint toward there, and that's what it become overwhelming to you and to your emotion, to your heart, and to your experience, and that's why it's overwhelming, and that's why you feel that sometimes you just need to breathe because that's why you've been struggling all your life, able to breathe, to breathe, and that's why you feel the way that you want a relationship is more of a nurturing type relationship instead of more dominant control, but you usually run into a relationship where a father figure control you more, and that's why you feel sometimes it's hard to bear in this world and the stress get to you. But because you're a person who like to open up like to the universe where everyone can get along, everyone has this say so, but no extremity, and mostly you don't run into that, you run into extremity. And since you're a healer, you're always trying to be empathetical to other people because the color that you have, the green violet, is relating to a healing nature, a professional where people is into the healing art, into the walking with the spiritual guide, and understanding that perspective of event, and therefore for you it's not just a color, a black or white, is mostly like everyone has to live, everyone has to experience, everyone has a reality, and they're all right in their own way. You just like to have a respect a relationship, and you like to have the viewpoint of the male counterpart to feeling that instead of controlling nature, should have a more of nurturing and guiding nature, and that's what you seek from a man aspect in relationship. But unfortunately you hit and miss. Some you meet that way, some mostly start out that way but end up controlling aspect kick in again, and that's why in the heart you feel so alone sometime, tiring sometime, and it's hard to explain yourself sometime, and that's why you seek basically that type of group mind. But sometimes you find it, and sometimes it become warped into a controlling figure again. That's what you're getting away from strong controlling influence, and that's what you've been going back and forth in your life. And the thing is that what you will find basically in this world, that the greatest thing that you have is your spiritual gift, your connection, your spiritual guide that is guiding you since the day that you came into this world until now. So follow that cognitive and that vision that you've been experiencing. Continue on it, and also give yourself credit. You are more valuable. You meet more meet to meet the eyes, and therefore you doing just fine. But you can always say no. But the people that you meet, they always has the way of being loyal to you, but they tend to be controlling at the same time. It's just their nature. It's not their fault, because everyone has their own spiritual, physical development process, and no one don't like to be alone. But if you can't be friend at this level, then be friend at this level. You can't be intimate, you always be friend. You can't be love, you can't be like brother and sisters. It's always a mixed relationship because everybody, go through different life and you reincarnate in the same family or the same next life be friend, next life be husband, next time be wife, like that. I'll switch role. But anyway, you're still family. That's the biggest picture, and that's what you're trying to relay a lot to the people around you. But unfortunately, things don't go as smooth white in life because people forget the spiritual connection. They have come from a greater family, a greater lineage. Um, Fortunately, this is how your reading is, and I now conclude the reading of you, and please take care of your health. And I'm going to ask Barame, please bless Bonnie, and please transform her circumstance from negative to positive, and bless her health. Transform her stress from stress to multivitamin and healing serum and nano robot and spirit out body, and heal her body, heal her shoulder, heal her mind, heal her emotion, and heal her heart and her internal organ. Also, Barame of the universe, please open the door for her to meet support the nature being that think like she's transform an old relationship into positive relationship. Please transform the people that anger in her life, transform them into people that make her happy in her life, and please bless her with good health with her, and please bless her guide too, that been protecting her throughout her life, and increase her well-being, increase her knowledge, increase her potential toward psychic and spiritual development completely, and guide her and bless her. Thank you, bottom of the universe. All right. Okay.